What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you how to do long division of polynomials. I'm gonna start with simple examples and we end up having more difficult questions. So in the first one we have 8x squared plus 4x divided by 2x. So we have dividend and we divisor, and then you get the quotient and the remainder. So I'm gonna have 8x squared plus 4x divided by 2x. So I'm gonna find the term with largest exponent divided by the term with largest. We have just one term here, but in general we need to find out the largest term here. So 8x squared divided by 2x will be 4x, and then I need to multiply 4x by 2x. It is going to be 8x squared, and then you subtract it. 8x squared minus 8x squared is going to be 0. Then you need to bring next number down. 4x divided by 2x is going to be 2. So we have plus 2. And you multiply there. 2 times 2x is going to be 4x. 4x minus 4x is going to be 0. So this one is going to be the remainder. And this one is going to be the quotient. So the answer is going to be 4x plus 2, and there is no remainder. So it means that 4x plus 2 is the factor of 8x squared plus 4x. Next one, we have 16x cubed plus 4x plus 20x is going to be 24x divided by 4x. 16x cubed divided by 4x will be 4x squared, and I need to multiply. It's going to be 16x cubed. So we subtract it, it's going to be 0. Then we bring next one down, 24x. When you bring it down, since we have one term here, we need to always have one term here. If we have two terms here, we need to keep two terms here, and so on. So 24x divided by 4x is going to be 6. Then 6 times 4x is going to be 20x. 24x divided minus 24x is going to be 0. So again, it's divisible. So this is the remainder, and this is the quotient. So we can also say that 16x cubed plus 24x will be equal to 4x times 4x squared plus 6, because there is no remainder. Next one, we have 30x cubed plus 50x divided by 5x. So with this divided by this one is going to be 6x squared. Multiply that is going to be 30x cubed. Subtract it is going to be 0. Then you bring this one down, 50x. 50x divided by 5x is going to be 10. 10 times 5x is going to be 50x. Is going to be 0. So we have 30x cubed plus 50x equals to 5x times 6x squared plus 10. Next one, we have 12x squared plus 16, that's cube, 16x squared minus 8x divided by 2x. So 12x cubed divided by 2x will be 6x squared. 6x squared times 2x is going to be 12x cubed. Then you subtract it, that's going to be 0. You bring next one down, it's going to be 16x squared. 16x squared divided by 2x is going to be 8x. Then 8x times 2x is going to be 16x squared. You subtract it, it's going to be 0. Then you bring the next number down, negative 8x. Negative 8x divided by 2x is going to be negative 4. So it's going to be negative 8x when you multiply these two. And then when you subtract it, it's going to be 0. So that's going to be the quotient. Next one, we have 18x to the power of 5 Let me write it here. To the power 5 plus 36x to the power 4 plus 27x cubed divided by 9x. 18x to the power 5 divided by 9x is going to be 2x to the power 4. When you multiply, it's going to be 18x to the power 5. When you subtract it, 0. Then you bring this one down. Divided by that guy is going to be 4x to the power of 3. When you multiply it, it's going to be 36x to the power 4. That's going to be 0. When you bring next one down, divided is going to be 3x squared. Then you multiply 3x squared by 9x is going to be 27x cubed. That's going to be 0 again. So remainder is 0, and this one is going to be the quotient. This is the answer to this question. Next one. 9x to the power 5 plus 9x to the power 4 plus 45x cubed divided by 9x squared. This divided by this guy is going to be just x cubed. X cubed times 9x squared is going to be 9x to the power 5. Subtract is going to be 0. Then you bring this one down. Then you divide it by this guy is going to be x squared. X squared times 9x squared is going to be 9x to the power 4. Subtracted is going to be 0. You bring next one down. 45x cubed divided by 9x squared is going to be 5x. 5x times 9x squared is going to be 45x cubed. And when you subtract it, it's going to be 0. So this is the answer, which is the quotient. Next one. So here we have 2x cubed plus 20x squared plus x divided by 10x squared. So 2x cubed plus 20x squared plus x divided by 10x squared. 2x cubed divided by 10x is going to be 1 over 5 x. So 1 over 5x times 10x squared is going to be 2x cubed. It's going to be 0. Then you bring next one down, 20x squared. 20x squared divided by 10x squared is going to be 2. So 2 times 10x squared is going to be 20x squared. Subtract is going to be 0. Then you bring x down. X divided by 10x squared is going to be 1 over 10 times 1 over x. So when you multiply it, it's going to be just x, and subtract it is going to be 0. So the answer is going to be x divided by 5 plus 2 plus 1 over 10x. That's the answer, which is the quotient. Next one, you have 9x cubed plus x squared plus 2x divided by 9x cubed. 9x cubed divided by 9x squared is going to be 1. X squared, when you multiply it, is going to be 9x squared, and subtract is going to be 0. You bring x squared down. X squared divided by 9x squared is going to be 1 over 9 times 1 over x. When you multiply it, it's going to be x squared. Then you bring this one down, 2x. 2x divided by 9x squared is going to be 2 over 9, 1 over x squared. When you multiply it, it's going to be 2x. When subtracted, it's going to be 0. So the answer is going to be 1 plus 1 over 9x plus 2 over 9x squared. Next one. We have 45x cubed plus 18x x to the power 4, x cubed plus 4x squared divided by 9x cubed. So when you divide 45x to the power 4 divided by 9x cubed is going to be 5x. Then multiply it is going to be this one. It's going to be 0. Then you bring the 18x cubed down. Divided by this guy is going to be 2 And here x cubed divided by x cubed is going to be nothing. It's going to be 1. So 2 times 9x cubed is going to be 18x cubed. It's going to be 0. Then you bring the next number down, which is going to be 4x squared divided by 9x cubed, which will be 4 over 9, 1 over x. So it's going to be 5x plus 2 plus 4 over 9x. Or what you can do, you can say that since the order of this 4x squared is less than 9x cubed, you can keep it as the remainder. Both of them are going to be the same, but because when you keep it as the remainder, you just show it as 4x squared divided by 9x cubed, which when you simplify it is going to be like that. I'm going to solve the next example like this. We have 9n cubed plus n squared plus 3n divided by 9n squared. 9n cubed divided by 9 squared is going to be n. So n times 9 squared is going to be 9n cubed. It's going to be 0. N squared divided by 9n squared is going to be 1 over 9. When you multiply it, it's going to be n squared divided by 0. And then you can say that 3n is less than 9n squared in terms of the degree. So we can say this one is going to be the remainder. So you can say that 9n cubed plus n squared plus 3n divided by 9n squared will be equal to n plus 1 over 9 plus 3n over 9n squared. We can keep it like this. So this is the remainder, and this one is the divisor, and this part is the quotient. Next one, we have 30x cubed plus 2x squared plus 30x divided by 10x squared. 30x cubed divided by 10x squared is going to be 3x. When you multiply it, it's going to be 30x cubed. First, it's going to be 0. Then you bring this one down. 2x squared divided by 10x squared is going to be 1 over 5 or 2 over 10. When you multiply, it's going to be 2x squared. It's going to be 0. When you bring this one down, the order of here is less than the order of the divisor, so we can keep it as the remainder. So we can say 30x cubed plus 2x squared plus 30x divided by 10x squared equals to 3x plus 1 over 5 plus 30x divided by 10x squared. Let's say if we wanted to continue, what should we do? So 30x divided by 10x squared is going to be 3 times x divided by x squared is going to be 1 over x. So 3 divided by x multiplied by 10x squared is going to be 30x. When you subtract it, it's going to be 0. Then you can say that 30x cubed plus 2x squared plus 30x divided by 10x squared is going to be 3x plus 1 over 5 plus 3 over x, which is exactly the same as what you see in here, because 30x divided by 10x squared is going to be the same as 3 over x. So it doesn't matter which way you go. 6p cubed plus 150p squared plus 5p divided by 15p. So 6p cubed divided by 15p is going to be 6 divided by 15p squared. When you multiply it, it's going to be 6p cubed. It's going to be 0. Then you bring 150p squared down. Divided by this guy is going to be 10p. 10p times 15p is going to be 150p squared. It's going to be 0. Then you have 5p. 5p divided by 15p is going to be 1 over 3. 1 over 3 times 15p is going to be 5p. Minus 5p is going to be 0. So this one is going to be the answer to this question, and the remainder is going to be 0. How do you do this one? Here, let's do it without long division. M cubed to the power 4 plus 12m squared y to the power 3 plus 3my squared divided by 6m squared y squared. So if you want to do that, see here, m is 3, this one is 2, 2 and 2, and 1 and 2, 4 and 2, 3 and 2, and 2 and 2. So this one is gonna stay as remainder. So if I want to show it here, 12m cubed y to the power 4 plus 12m squared y to the power 3 plus 3my squared divided by 6m squared y squared. This one is going to be 2my squared. When you multiply, it's going to be 12m cubed y to the power 4. When you subtract, it's going to be 0. Then you have 12m squared y cubed divided by 6m squared y squared is going to be 2y only. When you multiply, it's going to be 12m squared y cubed. Subtract it, it's going to be 0. And then this one is going to be as remainder. So this one is remainder. This one is going to be the quotient. So the answer is going to be 2my squared plus 2y plus 3my squared divided by divisor, which you can also reduce it. It's going to be 2my squared plus 2y plus 1 over 2m. Next one is going to be 27x cubed plus 12x divided by 3x cubed. It's going to be 9x. Multiply that is going to be 27x cubed. Subtract is going to be 0. Then you have 12x. Since the degree is less than that one, it's going to be remainder. So the answer is going to be 9x plus 12x divided by 3x squared. Or we can say 9x plus 4 divided by x after you reduce it. Next one is going to be 36x to the power 4 minus 48x divided by negative 6x. It's going to be negative 6x cubed. When you multiply, it's 36x to the power 4. Subtract is going to be 0. Then you bring next one down. Divided by negative 6 is going to be positive 8. When you multiply, it's going to be negative 48x. When you subtract, it's going to be 0. So the remainder is 0. And the quotient, which is the answer, is going to be this one. Now, we have two terms as divisor. It's going to be m squared minus 7m minus 11 divided by m minus 8. M squared divided by m is going to be m. Then you multiply it here. M times m squared. M times negative 8 is going to be negative 8m. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 7m minus negative 8 is going to be positive. So 8 minus 7 is going to be positive 1. So it's going to be just m. You need to bring that number down, m minus 11. Why? Because you need to always have two numbers here. Why? Because we have two numbers as divisor. M minus 11 divided by m minus 8. We have just 1 because we need to consider always the largest exponent. M divided by M is going to be just 1. 1 times M minus 8 is going to be M minus 8. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and this one is going to be negative 11 minus negative 8 is going to be negative 3. So the remainder is negative 3. So you can say that M squared minus 7M minus 11 divided by M minus 8 equals to M plus 1, which is the quotient here, plus negative 3 divided by M minus 8. Or you can say negative 3 over M minus 8. Next one. We have x squared minus x minus 29 divided by x minus 6. X squared divided by x is x. Then you need to multiply it. X times x, x squared. X times negative 6, negative 6x. Cancel out when you subtract it. Negative x minus negative 6 is going to be plus. It's going to be 5x minus 29. 5x divided by x is going to be 5. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times negative 6 is going to be negative 30. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 29 minus negative 30 is going to be positive 1. So that's the remainder. So we can have it as x squared minus x minus 29 divided by x minus 6 equals to x plus 5 plus 1 over x minus 6. Now you have x squared plus 10x plus 18 divided by x plus 5. X squared divided by x is going to be x. Then you need to multiply it. X times x, x squared. X times positive 5 is going to be 5x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 10x minus 5x is going to be 5x. Then you need to bring the next number down because you need to have two numbers because of these two numbers here. Then 5x divided by x is going to be positive 5. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times 5, 25. 18 minus 25 is going to be negative 7. Negative 7 is the remainder. So you can say that x squared plus 10x plus 18 divided by x plus 5 equals to x plus 5 minus 7 over x plus 5. Or you can say x squared plus 10x plus 18. You don't need bracket actually, so it's going to be equal to x plus x times x plus x minus 7. Or you can say x plus 5 to the power of 2 minus 7. Next one. We have m squared minus 7m plus 10 divided by m minus 1. M squared divided by m is going to be m. M times m, m squared. M times negative 1, negative m. Then you subtract it, cancel out. Negative 7m minus, it's going to be negative 6m plus 10. Negative 6m divided by positive m is going to be negative 6. Multiply is going to be negative 6m plus 6. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And it's going to be just 4 as the remainder. So that's going to be the remainder. Next number is going to be, that's actually x. X squared minus 3x minus 21 divided by x minus 7. X squared divided by x is going to be x. X times x, x squared. X times negative 7, negative 7x. When you subtracted, these two cancel out. Negative 3x minus negative 7 is going to be positive 7, so it's going to be 4x. Then you need to bring this number down. It's going to be negative 21. Then 4x divided by x is going to be 4. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times negative 7, negative 28. Subtracted, these two cancel out. Negative 21 minus negative 28 is going to be positive. Positive 7 is the remainder. Next one we have m squared minus 28 divided by m minus 5. M squared divided by m is going to be m. When you distribute it, m times m, m squared. M times negative 5m is going to be negative 5m. Subtract it. Then you have negative 28 and positive 5m. So 5m minus 28. 5m divided by m is going to be plus 5. 5 times m is going to be 5m. 5 times negative 5 is going to be negative 25. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and here we will have negative 3 as the remainder. Now in this one we have x cubed plus 7x squared plus 14x plus 3 divided by x plus 2. X cubed divided by x is going to be x squared. X squared times x, x cubed, times 2 is going to be 2x squared. When you subtract these two cancel out, 7x squared minus 2x squared is going to be 5x squared. Bring that one down, 14x. 5x squared divided by x is going to be 5x. 5x times x is going to be 5x squared. 5x times 2 is going to be 10x. Then you subtract it. These two cancel out. 14x minus 10x is going to be 4x. Then you bring 3 down. 4x divided by x is going to be 4. 4 times x is going to be 4x. 4 times 2 is going to be 8. When you subtract it, it's going to be 3 minus 8, which is going to be negative 5. That's the remainder. Next one, we have m cubed minus 10m squared plus 20m plus 26 divided by m minus 5. M cubed divided by m is going to be m squared. M squared times m cubed. M squared times negative 5 is going to be negative 5m squared. These two cancel out. Negative 10m plus 5 is going to be negative 5m squared. Then you bring this one down, it's going to be 20m. Now negative 5m squared divided by m is going to be negative 5m. Multiplied is going to be negative 5m squared. Negative 5m times negative is going to be plus 25m. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And here is going to be negative 5m. Then you bring the next number down. Again, be careful, you need to always have two terms in here because of these two terms. Negative 5m divided by m is going to be negative 5. Then you multiply it, it's going to be negative 5m. Negative 5 times negative 5 is going to be positive 25. Subtract it again, it's going to be just 1. That's the remainder. In this one, we have x cubed. And be careful here, the next number is going to be negative 4x squared because you need to rank them. This one is going to be negative 30x minus 18 divided by x plus 3. X cubed divided by x is going to be x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times 3 is going to be 3x squared. Then you subtract it, it's going to be 0. Negative 4x squared minus 3 is going to be negative 7x squared. You bring this one down. Negative 7x squared divided by x is going to be negative 7x. Negative 7x times x, negative 7x squared. Negative 7x times 3 is going to be negative 21x. These two cancel out. It's going to be negative 9x. Why? Because negative 30x plus 21x. Then you bring this one down. Negative 9x divided by x is going to be negative 9. Negative 9x minus 27. You subtract it. It's going to be positive 9 as the remainder. Next one is going to be negative 5. Actually, m cubed is the first one. Then negative 5m squared plus 8m plus 4 divided by m minus 1. Because you need to rank them. Now, m cubed divided by m is going to be m squared. M squared times m, m cubed. M squared times negative 1, negative m squared. Just cancel out. Negative 5m squared minus is going to be negative 4m squared. Then you bring this down. Negative 4m squared divided by m will be negative 4m. Negative 4m times m, negative 4m squared. Negative 4m times negative 1 is going to be plus 4m. Subtracted, these two cancel out. 8m minus 4m is going to be 4m. Then you bring this one down, it's going to be 4. 4m divided by m is going to be 4. 4 times m, 4m. 4 times negative 1, negative 4. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 4 minus negative 4 is going to be 4 plus 4, which is 8. So 8 is the remainder, and the quotient is going to be the expression here. So you can say that m cubed minus 5m squared plus 8m plus 4 divided by m minus 1 equals to m squared minus 4m plus 4 plus 8 divided by m minus 1. Now here we have x cubed minus 8 divided by x minus 2. X cubed divided by x is going to be x squared. X squared times x cubed. X squared times negative 2x squared. Then you subtracted, these two cancel out. It's going to be negative 8 plus 2x, because negative times negative is going to be positive. 2x squared minus 8. 2x squared divided by x is going to be plus 2x. 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times negative 2, negative 4x. Subtracted, these two cancel out. Again, that's going to be plus 4x minus 8. On like terms. 4x divided by x, 4. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times negative 2, negative 8. So when you subtract it, it's going to be 0. So you can say x cubed minus 8 divided by x minus 2 equals to x squared plus 2x plus 4. Or you can say x cubed minus 8 equals to x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4. Both of them are completely correct. In this example, I have x to the power 5 plus 1 divided by x plus 1. So x to the power 5 plus 1 divided by x plus 1. X to the power 5 divided by x is x to the power 4. When you multiply, it's going to be x to the power 5 plus x to the power 4. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And here we will have negative x to the power 4 plus 1. This divided by this guy is going to be negative x cubed. When you multiply, it's going to be negative x4 minus x cubed. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. It's going to be 1 plus x cubed. This one is the largest one. X cubed divided by x is going to be x squared. X squared times x cubed. X squared times 1 is going to be x squared. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and we will have 1 minus x squared. So minus x squared plus 1 minus x squared divided by x is going to be negative x. Negative x times x, negative x squared, negative x times 1, negative x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and we have 1 plus x. 1 plus x divided by 1 plus x is going to be just 1. So 1 times x plus 1, they cancel out, is going to be 0. So the answer is going to be x to the power 4 minus x to the power 3 plus x squared minus x plus 1. This is the answer. Now let's see this example. We have x to the power 4 plus 4x cubed plus 6x squared plus 4x plus 1 divided by x plus 1. X cubed, x to the power 4 divided by x is x cubed. Multiply is going to be x to the power 4 plus x cubed. Subtracted, these two cancel out. 4x cubed minus x cubed is going to be 3x cubed. 6x squared. 3x cubed divided by x is going to be 3x squared. Multiply that, it's going to be 3x cubed plus 3x squared. These two cancel out. 6 minus 3 is going to be 3x squared. Then you need to bring this next number down. 3x squared divided by x is going to be 3x. 3x times x, 3x squared. 3x times 1 is going to be 3x. These two cancel out. 4x minus 3x is going to be x. Then last one, x divided by x is going to be 1. When you multiply, it's going to be x plus 1. We cancel out. It's going to be 0. So x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1 is going to be the answer to this question. In this example, I want to divide 2x cubed minus 11x squared minus 2x plus 2 divided by 2x plus 1. 2x cubed divided by 2x is going to be x squared. X squared times 2x is going to be 2x cubed. X squared times 1 is going to be x squared. Cancel out. Negative 11x squared minus x squared is going to be negative 12x squared. Negative 2x. This one divided by this guy is going to be negative 6x. Negative 6x times 2x is going to be negative 12x squared minus 6x. They cancel out. It's going to be 4x. Then you bring this one down. 4x divided by 2x is going to be 2. 2 times 2x is going to be 4x plus 2. Cancel out, is going to be 0. So there, the answer is going to be the quotient is going to be x squared minus 6x plus 2. Now in this example, I want to have 2x cubed minus, actually it's going to be plus 7x squared minus 4x plus 7 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 1. So 2x cubed divided by x squared is going to be 2x. 2x times x squared is going to be 2x cubed. 2x times 2x is going to be 4x squared. 2x times negative 1 is going to be negative 2x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 7x squared minus 4x squared is going to be 3x squared. Negative 4x minus negative 2 is going to be negative 2x. Then we need to bring the next number also down because we have 3 terms here. 3x squared divided by x squared is going to be 3. 3 times x squared is going to be 3x squared. 3 times 2x is going to be 6x. 3 times negative 1 is going to be negative 3. When you subtract it, we have negative 2x minus, this is going to be negative 8x. 7 minus negative 3 is going to be 10. So the order, the largest degree here is 1. The largest degree is 2. So that's going to be the remainder. The whole thing is going to be remainder. So you can say that the answer to this question is going to be 2x plus 3 plus negative 8x plus 10 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 1. So that's the answer to this question. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching and have a great day.